Okay, so the next one is about the space shuttle. And if I didn't have witnesses for that, I could understand why you wouldn't believe me. This one's a little longer, just so you can get all the details. So, when I was in my younger years, I used to do a lot of devious type shit. And I've been a weed smoker for a long, 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 long time. But anyway, one of our um, one of our heyday events, one of the things we like to do was just drive around and get ripped in different places. And I say we, and I'm sure that some of you that know me could guess who we is, but I'm not going to say their name just for this, thing. But anyway, so we're driving around the southern roads of Coreyville, and we come across this cornfield. And it was probably, I don't know, maybe, I can't remember what I was wearing. Might have been summer, might have been spring. It was nice enough outside that I wasn't wearing a heavy jacket. That's what I can remember. So I don't know if I would have been fall or whatever. So we pull into this farmer's lane, and the lane's like, half a mile long. How they just go way back into where the farm is. But we're right up at the front of it by the road. And we pull in, I don't know, 30 feet or something off of the road. And we're in this big green van. Some of you already know what's going to happen, who I'm talking about. Big green van's got two bucket seats in front, and the whole rest of the back of it is just wide open space. Metal, no carpet, no ceiling, anything, just metal. The van's made out of metal with a big sliding door on the side. So we pull into this cornfield, and there's three of us. We get out, and we walk from the lane that we're parked in into the field. I don't know how far it was. 50 yards, maybe 30 yards, something like that. And we spark up, and we're looking at the sky, and one dude's standing next to me, and another one's standing up there a little bit. And we're, going back and forth with this joint. And looking at the night sky, I don't know what time it was, probably pretty late. And here comes this plane across the sky, which we didn't really think much of it. We're standing there passing back and forth, and the plane's coming this way, getting closer to us. And it wasn't a big deal, I don't think, when we first saw it. And then it started getting closer, but it also looked like it started getting closer to the ground, like it was losing altitude. So me and the dude I'm standing next to, which you already know who he is, and the other one is standing up there, we start talking about this plane coming closer to us. And it's not too big of a deal. Like, we're just doing our thing, hanging out. And the more we're standing there smoking, the closer this thing's getting. I'm saying closer to the ground and closer to us also. And so I finally said, I'm going back to the van. And then now it's getting, I don't know what the word is, like we're starting to be concerned about how close it's getting to us. So I turn around and I start walking back towards the van casually. And the other guy's still up there, just kind of hanging out, doing his own thing. So when I turn around and start walking, the guy next to me, he says, yeah, I'm going back to the van too, fuck it. So we both turn and we're walking back to the van. And as we're walking, this stupid plane is getting closer to the ground and closer to us. And like my heart's starting to beat, faster. Like I'm starting to get nervous. Maybe this plane's going to crash into us or something. So I start walking a little faster. And as it gets closer, I'm walking a little faster. Well, then I'm kind of like jogging, like running back to the van. And the thing looks like it's going to land on top of us. So by the time it got to the point where, we could almost throw a stone and hit it in the sky, me and this dude are in a full sprint running back to the van, like screaming that this thing's going to kill us. And the other guy's still up here looking at us like we're nuts. But we're screaming, running, and things getting closer and louder, kept getting louder. And we got to, 10 feet away from the van, and we both jump, put our hands over our heads, and dive in the back of this van. And then it flew over. So when it flew over, we got out of the van and looked up, and it had 4 burners on the back of it, on the ass end, I'm saying. And then we could see the wings going out and the dome shape over top of it. So we're pretty sure it's the space shuttle. I feel like after that happened, I looked up something that said the space shuttle landed in Lancaster County, whenever that was, but it would have been in the 90s probably. But I couldn't tell you what year it was or why. But there's two other witnesses besides me, so I know it happened. I mean, I did a lot of drugs, but I know that happened.